Whether we'd want to admit this or not, we're basically living in a new world. We have been ever since March, since the first lockdown, after the first lockdown, and now with the second one. And I don't know, by the time you watch this video, we'll probably be in our fifth lockdown. But everything's changed. People have died, and everything's closed down, and you can't socialize anymore. These restrictions have affected us physically and mentally. Over the past couple months, I've been capturing visual evidence that would remind people of the coronavirus and how it has affected the general public. I want to inform others that this virus has left a scar on the world, and by documenting the small details we would notice every day. It all starts with the announcement. The whole country is watching. Our dear Prime Minister declaring new restrictions. I chose not to show my subject's face because I wanted his presence to represent everyone who watched this live, displaying different emotions on that day, such as being anxious, scared, angry, and excited even. Then you step outside and notice the signs everywhere, coming in all shapes and sizes, but basically saying the exact same thing. Keep your distance, wear a face mask, stay 2 meters apart, and wash your hands. These signs look apocalyptic, as if it's the end of the world. But you reach a point where it actually does feel like it's the end of the world. When you step into a shopping center and it's a ghost town, where you walk past a pub where it's usually crowded with life, but instead it's dead silent. It's funny when you realize when COVID-19 becomes the new normal. You start to see companies making a profit from these new guidelines, like seeing fashionable face masks as if it's the new trend. I don't blame them, because the economy is absolutely fucked. Everyone's losing money, jobless. It's a mess. Plus, I also have a fashionable face mask to give myself some kind of identity. What I found fascinating was finding meaning within these signs, how it exposes people's opinions towards these new changes. Stickers, signs, posters displaying COVID-19 rules being smashed, broken, and ripped apart. I saw this as most people's frustrations towards the government. Even noticing a dirty mask on the floor shows how people have very little care when it comes to following the rules. What's funny is walking out of your accommodation and seeing a sign made out of post-it notes showing most of the students' anger towards the Prime Minister. How their university life is ruined now. The problem is that you can't escape from this. You can try to isolate yourself from the outside world, but it's everywhere. On your phone, your laptop, basically anything electronic. You'll get pop-up ads in every social media platform from the government reminding you of COVID. You can't hide from this. But what really surprised me was discovering how there are people who show their love and unity during this pandemic. People who don't have official government posters make their own homemade signs to inform their community to protect themselves and the ones at risk. Others show their admiration and gratitude towards the NHS, thanking them for risking their own lives to save us. I've forgotten the other side of humanity during this pandemic, the love and respect we have for each other, making us stronger through these dark times.